Virginia. And we've made it down to Fort Lauderdale, Florida here at Revolution Live. Right, and it has been absolutely amazing. The venue has been amazing as you see the fighters getting ready to get positioned here to get checked out by the referees. But what an amazing venue here at Revelation. And it is unbelievable. Unbelievable. We'll throw it up to Chris Fuller and he'll kick things off.
Revolution Live and broadcasting worldwide on GoSports.com. My name is Chris Fuller and I'm going to be your ring announcer and ringside commentator for this evening. I'm joined ringside by Kevin Schaefer. You've seen him on ESPN, and Matty Marshall from GoSports.com. Tonight we have 9 action-packed fights for you, featuring our main event with Woods Horace from American Top Team of Coconut Creek, taking on Q Nubani from Makito of Virginia. And now, to the hundreds here at Revolution Live and the thousands watching at home on GoSports.com, it is fight time! Making his way to the ring and fighting out of the red corner, it's Gianni Figueroa.
Gianni Figueroa, 20 years old. He's 5'8", 135 pounds. He's out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We haven't seen him before. He's a kickboxer, and the rules are a little bit different. Instead of being 3 3-minute rounds that we're used to seeing in the MMA world, this is going to be 3 2-minute rounds with a bunch of different strikes that we don't normally see for MMA.
Yeah, this is a kickboxing match, so it's all about using your legs. It's all about standard box that boxing technique. Now, obviously a little Muay Thai in there, but we're no elbows. You're not going to see no elbows, no knees to the head. Knees to the body are allowed. So let's listen in to Chris Fuller again.
So David Camacho will be his opponent. He's 21 years of age. He's 5'10", also 135 pounds. From John Way Martial Arts, he's 1-0. We've seen him once before in the kickboxing world. Here in all of these guys, amateurs tonight. And, we were saying in the introductions, things are a little different because you have fighters coming down from Virginia to fight fighters with a great school coming out of American Top Team.
Well, that's what CageZilla is trying to do here in Fort Lauderdale. Bring some guys down from Virginia. Obviously, guys are going to be scrapping it out here. We're in Florida. We're seeing a lot of Florida squads. We got ATT. They're here real strong here tonight, and John Way as well, too. But, man, I'm looking forward to this. This is an interesting test. First fight out here for Gianni Figueroa. Talked to him earlier. Talked to David Camacho. David Camacho, he is incredibly focused. He seems real hyped for this. He's a little bit more experienced than Gianni. So that's going to be a big test for Gianni. Can he hang with Camacho? Camacho already 1 win under his belt.
And in both of these schools won't send anybody out here unless they're ready. Let's throw it back up to Chris for the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout will be a kickboxing bout in the CageZilla Bantamweight division. Starting out, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'10" and weighing in at 135 pounds, fighting out of John Way Martial Arts with a record of 1 win and no defeats, it's David Camacho!
Camacho, 21 years of age, 5'10", out of John Way Martial Arts.
A long and lanky, 135.
Fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'6" and weighing in at 135 pounds, fighting out of American Top Team of Fort Lauderdale, making his CageZilla debut, it's Gianni Figueroa!
Figueroa, one of the best names on the amateur tour, just like saying it. 20 years of age at 5'6", 135 out of AT&T in Fort Lauderdale.
Tell you what though, Kevin, David Camacho, not a bad name himself. I actually talked to him about his name, and he's all about it. So again, super hyped up for this one with that 1 win underneath his belt.
We'll get the cage all squared away here, Matty. And Alan Abiles will be the referee. It's scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. As we saw, as soon as these names get announced, it's funny as each fighter has a different preparation for this as they touch gloves right in the middle of the cage. Cage a little bit smaller than we're used to seeing up in Virginia. They brought it in here to get it here at Revolution Live. We kind of squeezed it in a little bit.
Well, look at this, though, Kevin. It looked like, Gianni coming out more aggressive here. And then now Camacho working those knees. Again, no knees to the head allowed here. And it is kickboxing rules, no Muay Thai, so no elbows. Like the aggression we're seeing out of Figueroa here early.
Figueroa will be in the red gloves, Camacho in the blue gloves.
Camacho pressing him up against the cage, and Camacho landing shots left and right. Figueroa fighting back, though.
Good left from Camacho. Just messed up the headgear from Figueroa. Allen's going to try to fix some things here. Definitely caught him with a left when he, what happens with some of these younger guys, man, they get kind of excited. The adrenaline's pumped up here right at the first round. First time you've been on television, first time on GoSports.com, and you get rocked. Now it's real.
Absolutely. As soon as that first punch lands, it is definitely real. These guys been pondering this fight since they took the opportunity here to step into the CageZilla.
Yeah, and here's one of the things also, everybody's at home if you're wondering, hey, go get some headgear on. But tell you what, go get your son or your daughter, strap a couple of pillows to your head, right? Is it pillows? Did I say that right, pillows? and then let somebody hit you in the face, right? Because everybody's like, oh, they got headgear on and gloves. Go get some.
Oh, man.
Go get some one time.
I've been punched a bunch of times with headgear on, and it is never fun. But look at this, though. Knees and a solid right hook landed by Camacho, and it rocks Figueroa.
Aviles will get a standing 8 count to Figueroa. As we're joined in here by Chris Fuller, the ring announcer. Chris, I know you saw both of these guys as we go through the standing 8 count. Both guys brand new, except, of course, Camacho getting the one fight in here.
Yeah, and how about the crowd? These guys brought the crowd with them.
Signs.
We were making calls, talking to all the guys from American Top
Team.
Oh,
look at that. Don't mean to interrupt, Chris, but almost a Superman punch landed there by Camacho. Leg kick checked by Figueroa, so he was not rocked by that punch that definitely landed. Now, Camacho lands a huge left hook. You see, it was a nasty left hook there by Camacho. Figueroa here, the standing 8 count right now, and a referee.
Second one for Figueroa, and what a left. Great combination. He went left, right on the kicks, and then followed in with a couple of left blows. And really, as Figueroa went down, he keeps leaning into those punches, Matty.
Yeah, he's putting his weight behind him, and here comes Camacho here, coming in, attacking, and lands another huge right hook as the bell rings, I believe, to signal the end of the first round. Again, 3 2-minute rounds here, but after initially coming out, Figueroa very aggressive to start this fight, but Camacho steps up, landing some huge shots.
Wow, and let me tell you, Camacho came out here for real. You can tell the guy who's fought here once before as you see it here in the replay. Here's the left, bang, good knee to the midsection. Here comes the left, and bang, right there. That's what I'm talking about, Chris.
So the knee dropped his guard.
Yeah.
And as soon as his hands went down, he connected with a huge shot. Beautiful, beautiful technique.
Second one there, too, as you see it both times. And let me tell you, Camacho heads up, eyes up on the target, Matty. Not missing a beat here, and Figueroa was in trouble at the end of the round.
Camacho absolutely stayed composed when Figueroa was pushing him in the beginning of this round, and he took that aggression and was able to then just start launching huge shots. And I love that combo. Leads with that knee, like Chris said, to drop the guard, and then lands a couple. Looks like we got
flash photography, please.
Oh.
No flash photography, please.
Hey, welcome to the party here, Florida.
Yeah. But just incredibly impressive first round here, Kevin, for Camacho, as we're getting things kicked off in round number 2.
Both fighters make their way right out to the middle of the cage, right on top of the CageZilla logo. Camacho, he'll be in the blue gloves. Figueroa in the red gloves. A little left from Camacho.
Yeah, lands that stiff jab, and now Figueroa.
Oh.
Lands
Another
that low
good
kick.
left.
Oh, and he drops him.
He's calling it.
That's going to do it.
Aviles, the referee, is calling it. Well, he's called the fight, I think. Chris, he's called the fight.
Yeah, Chris, we'll see. It did look like he was waving him off right here.
Did he call the fight, or he's just calling in the doctor? Is the fight over?
Well, Kevin, I think Figueroa was saved by the bell in the first round. So I think that the official is looking out for his best interest.
Yeah. Dr. Ling has made his way into the cage, and I'm not sure. Allen was waving his arms, Matty, like it was over.
He definitely waved his arms.
Like it was over. Oh, he's over. It's over, Chris.
I was going to say.
It's over. It's over.
I mean, Camacho was just landing some huge shots in there. Figueroa fighting back, and he did appear to recover in each one of those standing 8 counts, though.
I don't think anybody really understood what Alan Aviles, the referee, was doing. And he's definitely waved the fight off. There wasn't ever a definite, hey, the fight, one-handed kind of thing. He just waved a couple of hands like he was excited to see somebody. Spirit fingers there, Alan. we gotta stop that. Make it definite. Grab the fighter, say it's over, put your hands up.
Well, he did wave it off.
Yeah, I know.
Abel Alisi, the referee, he had seen enough.
Yeah, but I mean, what a great right kick if it comes to it here. We can get a slow motion. But Camacho with a huge crowd, huge fans here tonight, comes through big. It'll be his second win here in the amateur divisions, but from John Way Martial Arts, Camacho with a big, huge head kick that dropped Figueroa to the ground immediately.
Yeah, just a beautiful, composed job by Camacho again to take the aggression. I mean, Figueroa, he came out and he wanted to get after it quickly, but David Camacho was able to absorb that punishment and then just start launching blow after blow.
Yeah, and you see this a lot of times with guys who haven't ever been in the cage before. The adrenaline's going. They're like, you know what, I'm going to jump on this guy. I'm going to jump on this guy right away and see what's going on. And then immediately what happens is that adrenaline gets knocked down a few pegs.
Yeah,
you know.
it's absolutely.
All right, well, let's throw it back up to Chris Fuller.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Alan Aliz has called a stop to the fight 1 minute and 5 seconds into the second round. For your winner, by TKO, out of the blue corner, David Camacho!
David Camacho definitely with the biggest fan base here tonight to kick things off here at CageZilla 55. Chris is going to get a chance to talk to David Camacho as soon as all the pictures and everything are done. But like we were saying, new fighters in the amateur world. When you're a new fighter, go in there and think of this as a marathon. Don't think of this as a sprint, because if you go in there thinking that way, a more experienced fighter is going to come in and clean you up.
It's so important to manage that adrenaline when you're a young fighter.
Yeah.
When you have fighters that have much more experience. And when I was backstage talking to David Camacho, he was incredibly composed. He was calm. It was incredibly impressive how focused he was. And when I talked to him about his experience, he said, yeah, I'm only 1-0, and I really felt confident in that victory. But I've had a ton of fights in practice, in tournaments. They just weren't sanctioned, and he seemed like he wanted to get after it. That's exactly what we saw out here today.
I guess we're not talking to David here. I thought we were going to talk. Are we not going to David Camacho to talk to him? All right. Hey, let's take a quick break as we see the instant replay here. CageZilla 55, of course, working out the bugs. We'll get everything squared away here. When we come back, CageZilla 55 live from Revolution Live here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.